Good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. We begin tonight with news in football. So, what does Riedel Stanislas, Sabatas Hunt, Shane Paul, Dylan Neptune, and Jelani Neptune all have in common? Yes, they are all talented footballers. But the answer I am looking for is they are all from the east coast of the island. These are just some of the stars that will feature in the 2018 DJ Dunga Mackerson Cup. A competition which last year featured teams from Dennery North and South will now also feature teams from Monrepo, Micoud, and Deriso. Wow. Organizers of perhaps the most exciting competition on the East Coast held their press launch and draw on Wednesday night at Plants Place in Dennery. Competition Commissioner James Prosper addressed the gathering.
I want to congratulate the teams taking part in this tournament. This year, I must say, it has been one of the most challenging years in terms of finalizing the list of 8 teams. I think before we got to the 8 teams, we probably played with about 13 different teams. And up to today, just before the press launch, we still had to make adjustments. And the adjustments were as a result of, again, compliance issues with regards to ensuring that all the clubs would have met the requirements set by the St. Lucia Football Association to participate in a tournament of that nature. Without their approval, without their sanction, we would not be in a position to be here with you to discuss this tournament.
Well, last year, thousands of fans flocked the Larissos playing field for the grand finale. This year, sports-loving communities such as Deriso will also be in that mix. Turn up. Brand manager for Mackerson, Ed Mathre, also addressed the gathering.
As the main sponsor, I would love to not say the main sponsor, but the main partner. Because when Dunga approached us many years ago, I think we go far back as 8 or probably 9 years ago, when we started with the Carib brand doing the DJ Dunga football competition, we saw the drive in Dunga. He didn't let up, he was persistent, he pushed it, and he made it the success that it is today. As I said, not just a sponsor, but we came on board as a partner with DJ Dunga to make Valley football the best on the island. And I totally agree that the heart of football is in the Valley. And as a sponsor, Mackerson, and by extension, the Carib brand, which will be coming on board, and also the Stag brand, we aim to give back to the community, because it is you who make it possible, you who consume the brand, you who enjoy the brand, and thus we have to give back to the community, and through DJ Dunga, we're making this happen.
Well, the press launch was competently chaired by Hendricks Constable, Dennery. Now, in the ensuing draw, Uprising, they will take on DCYO. Young Strikers clash against Rovers United. Well, the clash of tongues have already begun, as one of the tournament favorites, El Nino from Deriso, will come up against Monarchs from the Mabia Valley. Organizers of the event, the organizer of the event, that's DJ Dunga, spoke to his overall vision for this tournament.
Last year, like earlier on, was a tournament, and of course this year we're looking to make it a bigger tournament. Like we heard a while ago from the brand manager, Mr. Ed Mathre, we're looking forward for a 2019 tournament. But personally, I am looking to take this tournament to a regional level. And tomorrow morning I'll be, at this desk to see whether we can bring a team or teams within, the Mackerson countries to play with next year's champion, or even like, I don't know whether it can happen this year. Okay, so just let me say, it has been a pleasure, working with Mackerson, and of course the president from the league, Mr. Kennedy Manuel, Mr. Jim Prosper, and of course the teams, the sponsors, and of course we're looking forward to having a bigger and better tournament for 2018. Thank you.
Well, perhaps the feature match of the first round will be a mammoth clash between defending champions Peter Travel Young Stars, who will come up against Valley powerhouse Olio United. Wow. Representative on the East Coast from the SLFA, that's Kendall Emmanuel, is looking forward to this competition.
As an entity, Mabuya Valley Football League, and before the league, Mabuya Valley Youth and Sports Council, we've enjoyed a wonderful relationship with DJ Donga. First starting off with the Caribbean tournament, then moving into Moccasin. And I'm very pleased that in 2018 that we are here today, still continuing that relationship. Last year, like we said, like James indicated, we had the Big Four between Dennery and the Mabuya Valley. And given the success of that tournament, we indicated the possibility of having the inclusion of clubs from the remaining leagues within the zone. That was accepted, and as the Eastern Zone Vice President, I'm pretty pleased and I'd like to express my sincerest appreciation to the main sponsors for taking up that initiative.
The DJ Donga Moccasin Cup, which is also sponsored by Stag Bear and Campari, will commence this Saturday, 20th January 2018, with Uprising taking on DCYO at 5 p.m. at the Larissus playing field. The competition will be played in a knockout home and away format. In cricket, this coming weekend will see the resumption of the Castries Cricket Association's Paul Remis tournament with the following matches. On Saturday, 20th January 2018, Shamrock will come up against New Park at 2 p.m. Then on Sunday, 21st January, Police will play Unique also at 2 p.m. Both matches will be played at the Mindo Phillip Park. Still in cricket, the Golden Sands Hotel in Barbados has announced plans to beef up security following a recent incident in which Jamaican coach of the Windward Island Volcanoes, he narrowly escaped being shot during a robbery. On the heels of the incident, Dennis Toll, the hotel's owner, released a statement saying that even though the hotel had already improved the security system, there is need to do more. Armed thugs stormed into the hotel and stole an undisclosed sum of money. The Jamaican national was also reportedly grazed by a bullet fired by the gunmen as they fled the scene. Reports said that several patrons at the bar and the restaurant also suffered injuries during the incident. Well, the Windward Island team, which featured the St. Lucian Larry Edward, recently defeated Trinidad and Tobago in a contest. Hope he wasn't there. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, as St. Lucia Boxing Association to send 4 to Trinidad in preparation for the Commonwealth Games. Welcome back. The St. Lucia Boxing Association will be sending 4 St. Lucian boxers to Trinidad and Tobago in preparation for the Commonwealth Games. So says President of the St. Lucia Boxing Association, David Shakes Christopher. The event, which is dubbed Boxing with the Trinidad and Tobago Boxing Association, rings off on Sunday, 21st January 2018. The event, which will take place at the Camp David Bread and Breakfast, will also be used for preparation for the CAC Games. Well, we will provide the names of these local boxers as soon as they become available. Gael Monfils said he was dying on the court, and Novak Djokovic felt conditions were right on the limit of safety as the two met at the 2018 Australian Open earlier today. Djokovic won their second round match of 4-6, 6-3, 6-1, 6-3 in 2 hours and 45 minutes as the temperature hit 39 degrees Celsius, which is 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, Monfils took the first set but suffered in the second, complaining of dizziness and leaving the court with a doctor. For sure, we took a risk, the 31-year-old Frenchman said. We both have the same conditions, but I think it's maybe a little bit too hot. Well, Djokovic moves on to the next round, so does Roger Federer. Finally, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger says it is likely forward Alexis Sanchez will join Premier League rivals Manchester United. Sanchez, 29, is out of contract in June and is thought to have agreed personal terms with the Old Trafford club. I worked on transfers for 30 years, so it is likely to happen. But at any moment, it can break down, said Wenger. Wenger also said it was a possibility United midfielder Henrik Mkhitaryan will be a part of the deal. I like the player, added Wenger. We played many times against him when he was at Dortmund. He appreciated the quality of our games. the wages would be not a problem. Wow. Well, Wenger's certainly in there. That's sport. The DBS News continues after the break.